December 1st, no sales. December 2nd, no sales. December 3rd, no sales. December 4th, no sales. December 5th, no sales. December 6th, plot twist, 5 sales. And somehow December ended up being the second best month I've ever had on Poshmark. Like, what? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark in Canada. This is my final what sold video for 2020 and it's going to talk all about December 2020. And if you enjoy reseller what sold videos, thrift hauls, tips and tricks, unboxings, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel and give this video a like. The last month of 2020 didn't get off to a good start, and I have to say I was a little bit worried to see how the month would go. As a part-time seller, I go through periods of time where I don't have a sale, but to have the first 5 days of December be totally empty was kind of wild. And then over the course of 24 hours, I had 5 sales and then another 2 sales come in, so 7 sales, and that was amazing. I make these what sold videos every month, and I'm happy to say that I made one for every month in 2020. And I'd love to hear from you. Do you like seeing them monthly, or would you like to see them on a more frequent cadence, like weekly or bi-weekly? Let me know down in the comments. After that rocky start, I ended up selling a total of 44 items. I actually sold 45, but I had to cancel one of the sales, unfortunately. I didn't realize there was a flaw in the item and I canceled it, and it wasn't in a condition that was sellable. It was a sweater and there was a hole in the cuff, but then it started unraveling. It was a bad scene and there was more wear in the cuffs than I had realized before. Anyway, 44 sales, really happy with that. My gross revenue was $1,189, and of course that is before cost of goods, posh fees, taxes, all that kind of stuff, but that was still really great for me. It's the second highest month that I've had on Poshmark ever, but the second highest month that I had in 2020. The best month that I had was actually January 2020, so it was nice to bookend the year. The differentiator for my sales in January versus December was actually my average selling price. My average selling price was down in December, but that's okay because some items moved in bundles and a couple pieces that had been sitting for a while moved at a lower cost, and so I was totally fine with that lower ASP. So with all that background information, let's jump into the actual items that sold in December 2020. I realized that one of the top items in my closet is actually shoes. They do really well, they sell at a great price, and they move really quickly. But I haven't been able to get my hands on very many pairs of shoes lately, except for these. These were a pair of Michael Kors open-toed booties. The style was called Bryn. They were in a size 9. And the buyer and I went back and forth on the price, and they ended up selling for $45, and they took less than a week to sell. So I was really happy with that fast flip, and honestly, why now? And after having that drought of no sales for 5 days, I was really happy when some offers came in and I was able to make that first sale. In November and December, I was doing some cleaning around my house, so I added in some personal items into my closet as well. This is a really great way to find items to go into your closet at a lower cost. Here's the thing that you probably don't know about me. I love tote bags. I have a problem. I don't know, send me to an event, give me a tote bag. I'm like, ooh, I love this tote bag. See a cute tote bag online, I'll buy it. I don't know what it is. I have a real problem. And I love them, but I don't need so many tote bags. So I put some of them on Poshmark and a bunch of them sold, which is great. The first one was this Begu tote. It was their classic canvas duck tote in a beautiful emerald green, and it sold for $16 on an offer to Liker and took a week to sell. I recently made a video about where to source items for your closet, and one of the ways that I talked about is getting items from your friends. And I actually had a friend reach out to me at the end of October, I think, and she said she was cleaning her closet and asked if I was still doing Poshmark and if I wanted the items that she was just planning to donate, and I was like, yes. So this was one of those items. It was an Old Navy army green field utility jacket in an extra large. It's just a really great basic jacket. I got an offer from the buyer for $15 and I accepted. I had a bunch of bundles in December, which I think attributed to my lower ASP, but I was happy to see the movement on a number of items. This was the first bundle that sold. I've mentioned before that I love these kinds of bundles where there's one new item that's shiny in your closet that sells with an old item, and the two go together to a new home, and that's exactly what happened with this bundle. The new shiny item was an Aritzia Wilfred dress. It was a really cute red tank dress. I think the style is called the Bruni, and I had just listed it in my closet 3 days before. And it sold with an item that I had added from my personal closet quite a while ago. It was just a really cute Gap fit and flare dress. It was black with red stars on it. The two of them sold for $42 on an offer to the buyer. So that was really nice. And so I was like, okay, cool. Things are going better in December. And then things started to pick up from here, which was really nice. I recently shared an unboxing that I did with a box that I received from Boutique by the Box. And this was the first item to sell from that box, which I was very excited about. There were a lot of sweaters in the box, and this was a BP pink turtleneck sweater. I believe it was in a 1X, and I received an offer from the buyer for $20 and I accepted, and that turned around in 2 days, which was great. Some trends you're gonna see in my closet for December were definitely sweaters. The next item was also a sweater. It was an Anthropologie knitted and knotted pink veil lace sweater, really, really beautiful piece. There's so many Anthropologie brands and some of them move faster than others, but I've had good luck with knitted and knotted. The pieces are very delicate, they're very feminine, they're really beautiful. They use really nice quality materials, and this sweater was no exception. It sold for $40 on an offer to Liker and took 22 days to sell. Next up was a bundle of 2 pieces that I got from my friend as well. The first was a New Day black long sleeve ruffle. The first was a New Day black long sleeve ruffle blouse in a size 2X. And the second was this Joe Fresh open cardigan. It was Joe Active, and that was in a size XL. And the two of them sold in a bundle for $30. I had sent an offer to the buyer and they missed it and they sent the offer back, and I was like, yes, perfect. And both of those were listed for around 30 to 35 days, so that was great. We've talked about J. Crew before. I am mixed. Some pieces I think do really well, like blazers I think I'll pick up in the future, maybe dresses. But I had picked up this t-shirt because it had decent comps, but it sat in my closet for a while. It was the J. Crew multicolor striped shirt. It was really lovely. It was striped, it had embroidery, it was very pretty and very unique. It sold for $24 on an offer to Liker and took just over 60 days to sell. Next up was another sweater from that haul that my friend gave me. This was a Michelle Studio black mesh ruffle sweater, I believe in a 1X, and it sold for $14 on Closet Clear Out. Mixed feelings about Closet Clear Out, but it worked here. Kate Spade is one of those brands that I really like picking up because I love the pieces, I love the aesthetic, and I love the style, but they don't always move as quickly as I think they will. This next item was a Kate Spade cardigan in medium. It was a really beautiful cardigan. It was hot pink. It had really lovely beading at the top. It was in amazing condition. It sold for $40 on an offer to Liker and took 61 days to sell. That was one of those pieces that I picked up and I was like, ooh, am I gonna keep this for myself? And then I tried it on. The fit wasn't right on me, so I'm glad it found a new home. The next sale was a Free People dress. In my opinion, I think this was like the perfect fall winter dress. It was a thicker sweater material. It was long sleeve. It would be perfect with like boots and tights. It was so cute, had like a really great retro style. It was called the Gidget dress. The buyer and I went back and forth on a price. We landed at $30 and that took 49 days to sell. The next item was another dress. It was an Aritzia Wilfred piece, just a really cute basic t-shirt dress. It was called the Tegan dress, and that sold for $30 at my full asking price, and it took just 10 days to sell. That was a great sale. The next item was a pair of Lululemon crop leggings. They were the Astro Crop 15-inch in a size 8. They were a bit of an older style, but like a really great basic black legging, and I picked them up because I felt like they were in good condition, they were a basic black legging, and I felt like they were a style that if someone knew they liked them, they would pick them up. I got a $25 offer from the buyer and I accepted, and those took 40 days to sell. So Toronto is currently in lockdown, which means that I can't go thrifting. And so that has meant that I need to be strategic and innovative and think outside the box when it comes to sourcing. And so I've been investigating different options, from retail arbitrage to purchasing lots from other resellers, more on that in a little bit. And I also tried out purchasing something from an auction. If you do a Google search, there's tons of auctions out there, and there are some that might be in your area, some that might ship. One night I went down a rabbit hole and I found some auctions in Toronto, and I ended up purchasing a pair of Splendid boots. Never sold Splendid before, but they were new and in the box, and I got them for a great price. And these boots sold for $50 in 16 days, and I was really, really happy with that. I'm gonna do a little bit more investigation into auctions. It's a bit time consuming because you need to do the research and find them and then keep an eye on the pieces, but you can do it from the comfort of your own home and you can get some great deals. Next up was a pair of jeans. These were the yoga jeans in the Rachel Skinny style, which is one of their classic silhouettes. They were in a dark wash in a size 28, and they sold for $28 on an offer to Liker and took 28 days to sell. So many 28s. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. That's so weird. Next up is a bundle, which I sold to a viewer. Hi Veronica, thank you so much. This was such a cute bundle. There were a couple pieces in it. One was this skirt. It was blue. It had an animal space print. It was very unique and very, very cute. And the other piece was a Paisley Arc & Co dress that I had gotten from another friend in the summer. So these sold for $30 and I was really happy with that sale and really happy it could go to someone familiar. The skirt had been in my closet for just over 100 days and the dress for 150, so I was really happy to see both those pieces move. When thrift stores were still open, one of the sections I was checking out was the scarf section, and I found this John Varvatos scarf. When I did some research and looked into comps, his pieces sell for a lot of money, but there weren't a lot of comps when it came to scarves, and it seemed like the ones that did well were cashmere. Now this one was not cashmere, but it was still great condition, beautiful scarf. It sold in a day for $36 on an offer to Liker. I think I could have maybe gotten a little bit more for it, but I was still happy with that sale and really happy for the fast flip. And I learned about a new brand, and I don't source a ton of menswear, but definitely something to keep an eye out for in the future. I had a fellow reseller reach out to me in December because they decided they were going to be closing up their store for a while and asked me if I wanted to purchase any of their inventory. And I was like, yes. I went through their closet, we figured out a great offer, and I got some awesome pieces from my closet, and this was the first to sell. It was an Aritzia Wilfred Contexte skirt. Context with an E. It was a really beautiful black midi skirt with slits on the side in a size medium. It sold for $32 on Closet Clearout. The buyer and I had some conversations in the bundle and we agreed on $32, and I had just listed it, and that was a really great flip. If you watched my video recapping all of 2020, you'll have already heard about this sale, and I'll be sure to link that video up above and in the description box down below. But this was one of my best sales that I had in 2020. It was a really beautiful Love Moschino, still not sure how to pronounce it, but it was a long polka dotted like fall winter jacket. It was absolutely beautiful. Only negative thing about it was that there were some tears that had been sewn in the lining, but the outside of the jacket was in incredible condition. It sold for $85 on an offer from the buyer, and it took 16 days to sell, and I was really happy with that sale. Next to sell was a sweater that was super cute, and I nearly kept it but decided to sell it instead. It was Urban Outfitters, and it was a cropped pink and cream like dotted sweater. It was very, very cute. It sold for $21 on an offer to Liker and took 34 days to sell. As I said, many sweaters in December, which makes a ton of sense. And I'm happy to see them moving and starting to think ahead to spring, even though it's just January. The next sale was another really fun bundle. This bundle had a couple of items from my Boutique by the box. I had actually bundled 2 of the long sleeve t-shirts together because they were just from like a Nordstrom house brand, and I thought they'd sell better together. So there were 2 long sleeve tees from Project Social Tee. There was a really cool Abound sweater, another Nordstrom house brand. It was neon oversized V-neck in a size small. And remember my tote problem? There was a Hudson's Bay tote that also went in that bundle. And it sold all together for a bundle offer of $55, which was awesome. You know when you watch another reseller's video and you see a brand, and then you see that brand when you're sourcing and you get really excited and you buy the piece? That's what happened here. So this was an Eileen Fisher button front shirt. It was a fine piece, but it wasn't super exciting, and it sat in my closet for a while. This was around the middle of December, and I just started sending out a bunch of fairly aggressive offers, and so this finally sold for $25 on an offer to Liker, and it had been sitting in my closet for 166 days, so I was really excited to see it go. Also to go around that time was a Lululemon piece that had been sitting in my closet for 172 days, and it was a really nice piece. It was this Savasana jacket. It's like long sleeve. It kind of has like an asymmetrical front, buttons, and it was in a chocolate brown cover. The only thing about it was one of the buttons was a bit wonky and wouldn't close, but you could still wear it open. Anyway, sent out a $20 offer to Liker, and it sold, and I was thrilled. And another sweater. Shocker. This was a Zara oversized boxy sweater. It was really, really fun knit. I don't even know how to describe it. There was just like a lot of colors. You'll see it in the photo, but it was really lovely. The buyer had liked a number of items in my closet and was trying to decide between them and was really interested in this sweater. I got an offer from the buyer for $25 and I accepted, and that took 37 days to sell. Next up was another bundle that again fit into my lovely package of old with new. This was a dress, a sweater, and a swimsuit cover-up. The swimsuit cover-up was from the liquidation box that I picked up way back in March, April, and it had been sitting in the closet for over 200 days. The sweater was a really lovely basic from Oak and Fort. It was just a black 3/4 length sleeve, really great sweater. And the dress was from the brand And Other Stories, which I've heard other resellers talk about, but it was my first time finding it. Just this like longer sleeve, chic style, really, really beautiful dress. So that whole bundle sold for $95, and I was really happy to see all of those pieces move. I feel like I've said that so many times in this video, but I am legitimately happy every time I make a sale. It's such a great feeling, and especially when older pieces move with newer, it is excellent. We are in the home stretch, and I would love to hear how your sales were in December. Let me know down in the comment box below. The next item to sell were another pair of jeans, and I shared these in a haul I did a little while back. They were a pair of Guess jeans in a mid-rise cigarette style. I got an offer from the buyer for $24 and I accepted. And those took 45 days to sell. The next piece was another Anthropologie sweater. It was a long cream duster sweater in a size extra large. It was called the Samana sweater. I believe it was moth. I got an offer from the buyer for $38 and I accepted. And that took 24 days to sell. I've had really good luck with a couple of long duster sweaters from Anthropologie settling, so definitely in the future I will be on the lookout for those. The next sale was another bundle, and this was a really great bundle of new stuff and old stuff moving on out together. So there was a Jones New York gray and black striped t-shirt from that liquidation box. There was another pair of yoga jeans. They were a high-rise straight style in a size 26. There was an Abercrombie & Fitch cream open cardigan, kind of like the Diderot cardigan. And there was a Lole long sleeve, really cute Nordic knit sweater with a kangaroo pocket that I'd also gotten from that reseller. So it was one of those cases of someone coming into my closet and liking a whole bunch of things and me sending them an offer, but this time they actually accepted, which was awesome. So that sold for $100, and the bundle offer I sent to them actually came with free shipping. So that was a really awesome sale. And those pieces have been sitting in my closet ranging from 6 to 205 days. This next sale was yet another bag from my closet, but it actually wasn't a tote bag. This was the bag I used to take my laptop to and from work each day. It was a really great Lole backpack, but it also doubled as a tote. Yeah, I like a tote, but this one actually had straps for a backpack as well. The style is called the Lily, and if you ever see it or if you're looking for a bag to pick up for yourself, it's actually a really great style because it has the backpack straps, it has the tote, it'll fit a yoga mat, there's tons of pockets. It's a really solid bag. So I got an offer from the buyer for $40, which I accepted, and that took 27 days to sell. I know I just talked about two Lole pieces selling back to back, but I'd love to hear about your experience with them. Previously, I had a pair of leggings in my closet from them, and I could not get them to move, but these two pieces sold pretty quickly. So let me know about your experience with Lole. If you don't know Lole, they're, I believe, Canadian, and they're kind of similar to Lululemon, just a bit of a different aesthetic. I really like their pieces personally, but I'm not sure from a resale perspective how they do all the time. Next up was another bundle from another viewer, which is awesome. These were two sweaters from my Boutique by the Box box. They were both Abound. One was beautiful emerald green, one was this really fun marled coral. Those sold for $50 on an offer to the buyer, and so thank you, A, for purchasing both of those. I hope you love them. Towards the end of the month, I went on another rampage sending out 20 and 30% offers, and I sold a couple of items. The next one was one of them. They were a pair of Torrid medium wash jeans in a size 14. They sold for $21 on an offer to Laker, and they have been in my closet for 71 days. They had so many likes on them, and it was like someone will take them, and totally happened on the $21 offer. On that same day, I sold another Anthropologie sweater. This one was another moth sweater. It was a striped poncho hoodie. It was really unique, but really, really beautiful and very cozy. It sold for $31 on an offer to Laker, and it took 81 days to sell. And last but not least was another piece from that liquidation box. I am so happy because I purchased that box back in March, April, when, the pandemic had just really gotten started in North America, and I wasn't really sure what was happening. Had a not so good experience purchasing this liquidation box, but really great to see some of these pieces moving. And I had a look in my closet, and I am down to less than 10 pieces from that box. So, oh my gosh, so good. So I got an offer from the buyer for $12 for this Lord & Taylor baby blue cardigan. I was like, yes, you get this cardigan. It took 66 days to sell, but I'd actually relisted it. So it had really been in my closet for months. But anyway, happy that it sold. And that was my last sale of 2020. Overall, really happy with my sales in December, even though it got off to a bit of a bumpy start. And now we're into January 2021, and I am really excited for the year ahead. I had an amazing planning session a couple days ago with my PFF Mar, and we are just gonna help each other really work towards our reseller goals in the new year, and that is amazing. I'd love to hear more about your goals for 2021, so let me know down in the comments what your reseller goals are. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and also let me know monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, what do you want here? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon.